Bob. Okay. The mic is solid. What is up, everyone? This is Do Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. We are going to try and do visions. We're going to do visions. And we're going to change it up a little bit. Some of the feedback that I got from folks, it was mostly good. Thanks for the guide, blah, 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 blah. But then some folks are like, or a couple of folks were like, hey, dude, you made it look so easy on your 680 prop paladin, blah, blah, blah. And, what about us? What about us who are only item level 600 and all that stuff? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of things you're mistaken on with that. But I did have a takeaway from it, and I thought to myself, well, why don't I go back to my roots and go back to what I did before and hop onto, undergeared, unfamiliar classes and just see how far I can go, see how well I can do with what I have. So I happen to be on my hunter right now. He currently has an item level of 626. I want it to be higher. So I'm actually going around to all of the quartermaster people to see if there's anything that I can pick up from them, easy crests and valor stones and stuff, because I think I have some, and I can just rip some from other characters, but I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to rip them off from my main, because I don't think I have a whole lot of it's not like I have a lot of crests anyway. I don't have a lot to work with, so deal with it, bitch. For now though, I'm just going around grabbing what little bits I can off of them quartermasters and all that, and then I'll see how I do. I'll see if I can at least do no masks. I just want to see if I can get all 5 things down, and that will do it. That will at least give folks some hope and all that. I was also going through, I also did I abridged the guide, or at least I sped up the footage. I just wanted to kind of get people going. So this might be closer to what I had promised before, which was just kind of a live talk through of everything that's going on. And hopefully if I can do it in one take, in one go, then awesome. Then I'll feel very elitist. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone has been having a good time doing whatever it is that you guys are doing. Let's see, where is this person at? I think they're here for now, and I think, because if I do all the quests, then they're down somewhere. Oh, there's hella stuff. Yeah. And there's delve stuff I can do as well, but I'm just gonna dive in. I just wanted to get a little bit more item level, because 626 is a little bit low. 626 is level 1 veteran gear. And so I want to, if I can get to 630, or a little bit higher. I don't want to be too much higher than I think 650 might be too high. But if I can get to 640-ish or so, then I'd be cool with that. So I'm gonna head back to the last spot. Let me say hi to people real quick. What is up to Puddle Jumper? You're the first person to say hi. What's up to Arumus and Darth and Neve and Arcadius, to Festies and Boomer and Caldane, and to the rest of y'all, the beautiful digital smiling faces. Hope you're joining us throughout the day. I'm noticing these days. How do I put this? Lots of this very fierce sense of urgency in part of people, in WoW gamers. Gotta get everything done, gotta do this before it's over, and so on and so forth. And I blame Blizzard for a lot of that, because of how fast we can gear and reach certain goals these days. So it's kind of created this sense of, okay, we'll be able to finish this before the next thing happens. We'll be able to finish this before the next thing happens. And, if that's the behavior they want, cool. But I don't know if I agree with that. if that's their intent. What's up, Joe? Hey, first YouTube person they say hi. Hey, hi YouTube people. The first person that says hi on YouTube is like the sanity check to know that the stream settings are working okay. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes there's like some really crazy stream delays too, though. So, where's the person? No, not here. They are. I think it's this person. Maybe. No. Oh, it is, but they don't have a lot to offer me. Oh, I think it's because it's the Weaver people. They don't really give a lot anyway. So, boo-hoo. But let me double check. Like, are there, like, this person might give something? Nope. Or that person? Nope. Nothing there either. Okay, so I think I got everything that I could get. So now I want to get out of here. Shit. How do I get out of here again? There's a way out somewhere. There it is. Alright. Lack of urgency is displayed on my lack of motivation to get out of bed. You know, yesterday was the closest I got to relaxing since I got back from Boston. Like, I haven't really given myself a chance to, like, decompress and wind down. It's been, like, one thing after another, and, like, you know, but I guess I just couldn't take it anymore, and I needed, like the afternoon or the evening off. So I did. I was just, like, chilling, watching TV for a while, so. Ooh. But then I felt guilty as well. I'm like, oh, man, I could have been getting this stuff done. There's, like, all this stuff for the weekly and blah, 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 blah. So I am going to talk about a couple things, like, you know, just kind of throw a wrench into the predictions as to, like, when the next expansion will launch, when housing will be available, and blah, 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 blah. But I also want to talk about, I don't know if it made the radar at all, because I don't even think WoW had posted about it. There was a talk that Ian did just this week over in some other country. It was a really good talk, and it was talking about how, you know, what did and didn't work over the past 10 plus years since he's been working on WoW. And it reminded me of, like, dude, this dude's been game director since Legion. It's a long ass time. So yeah, the game has been dying for 10 years and ruining it for approximately half of its life. But then for even longer he was part of the WoW team. But yeah, it was less about him, more about, like, the team and their decisions and stuff, and things that worked and didn't work. It was very humbling. It was kind of uplifting to see, like, to see, like, kind of like behind the scenes thoughts and whatnot. But then we cut back to here, and while I personally don't have a problem with how they've been dealing with this particular patch, a lot of people do. So I want to kind of cut back to that and be like, oh, well, what happened, Blizz? Blah, blah. So should be fun. should be loads of fun. All right, let's upgrade whatever I can to whatever I can. So I have, like, a pathetic amount of Valor Stones on me, but I'll, like, do the weapon and not back. Legs, nope, can't do legs. Helmet, sure, I'll do helmet, and I'm out. And I'm dry. Were there Valor Stone tokens? No, there weren't. There were not. Okay, so I got everything I could. All right, this is it. This is all I get. I should probably do, like, some talents and stuff too, but I think I'm I think I might be okay. This is where the one button combo thing would have helped. So I don't think I would care for Call of the Wild. I think I just want, like, some extra cleavy stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so let's go with this. I'll pick pack leader. I don't know what that does. Should be fine. You got good news for a change. You could get to work over the summer. I remember you were in a situation where you were trying to get some money to go to Japan, and then you decided, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway. But now you're able to have work to do, right? That's what it sounds like, which is great. All right, so what's up, everyone? This is Soul with another video, and today I'm going to possibly humiliate myself by trying to do horrific visions for normal people. It's kind of a series that I did way back in BFA days, where I took classes that I'm unfamiliar with and otherwise very undergeared with, and to see if I can do visions anyway. So I'm going to do this right now. I'm on a Beast Mastery Hunter, which I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, well, he chose a pet class and blah, blah, blah. But don't overestimate my abilities here. While I do have extensive vision knowledge and I do have perks, and I do have access to like at least like, you know, these little basic upgrades, they're very cute. I'm not sure what I'm doing. So we're just going to see like how well I do with lower item level, and cross your fingers, Soul. Yeah. Should be great. Should be great. All right, so as you can see, there are perks that are maxed out or near maxed out, which are extremely advantageous. Don't get me wrong. So if you don't have some of these perks maxed out and you're having trouble, try your best to max these out. So Tome of the Vision Hunter, this is a perk that will, if I can mouse over this will give me more movement speed throughout the vision. So if you have that, to max this out, you need to just keep defeating mobs. This one right here is probably the most important perk of them all. It's called the Tribute of Elite Extermination. This guy will make it so that whenever you defeat an elite mob, you will get 150 sanity back, which is huge considering how visions work. So I have no masks activated. You don't see any debuff on here. 627 item level. I don't know what I'm doing. I have like whack gear from like season 1 and like some stuff from season 2. I don't even think I have a set. I think I could manage to get a set bonus if I really tried. Yeah, I can get a 2 set, but oh well. Let's just see how it goes, and yeah, this will be great. Hope everyone's doing well. So as far as my discipline goes, like you want to prioritize like certain mobs, or you want to make sure that certain mobs are taken care of before anything else, because they can become very troublesome. So in this case, the Void Speaker is something that I definitely want to like kill on a normal basis. Something that just kind of crossed my mind is that I'm not on my tank and I can't self-heal. So so it's going to be kind of important for me to pick up like some of these potions here. This right here is the bad potion, so don't pick up blue, just really pick up anything but blue, and I'll be doing this throughout the run. So, and I'm going to hope that it's of benefit to me. There's me just now turning on the interact key, making sure that everything is that I can quickly pick things out. So these Rift Walkers, they can be a little bit tanky. They can do that thing called Shadow Shift, and that makes them do like, it causes a damage bubble, which can be very annoying. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more reckless with the pulls. Pop a little self-healing if I can. There we go. That's how to self-heal. There we go. Yeah, the Void Weaver is like the more troublesome one out of these. So you want to make sure that like those go down, and I think I'm good to go. So we can mount up and just start moving. So definitely feels noticeably slower than on my tank or whatnot, but hey, that's how it goes. So let's get through here, kill these, because I don't want to deal with being like stuck in combat and whatnot, like with these busters. Yeah, so whenever possible, if you can try to get a self-heal off, then hey, all the better. Most of these mobs, they don't do much. Like the weaponsmiths, they do like some cone stuff that you can avoid. Otherwise, the heart piercers or like the archer people, they can be a little bit troublesome. I am afflicted with an affix called Scorched Feet. It's where every now and then I will just leap forward like a crazy person. So for that, you just need to you only need to just control like the direction of where you're going. So that way, when you get booted or when you get knocked in a certain direction, you don't hit a wall, because that's just going to be extra damage you take, and no one likes that, right? So this Forge Guard dude, he does a leap. That's his main attack. So just avoid the swirlies that come out. They're right there. So that's one. Then here comes another. And then there's one more. And then he might die shortly. There we go. So while you're here, you're going to be planting bombs. Go around, plant bombs. You saw just earlier when I defeated that Forge Guard dude, I got like 150 sanity back. Again, I can't understate like how big of a deal that is. So if it comes down to it and you're just like, hey, I'm just going to run into visions and go as far as I can, just killing elites, but not even like kill bosses, like that is actually a benefit to you, because it might be that that sanity you get back is massive. Otherwise you might catch yourself like being stuck low, like, oh man, I have to use a sanity restoration orb like every section, and you can see I'm only at about half right now, which is great. Yeah, so let's try to get like the rest of these. I think I'm using Cersei's circlet right now, which is like, hey, that's great. It's something. It's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, so that's what I mean about like trying to not trying to not position yourself in such a weird way that you end up standing in fire. It's extra stuff. It sucks. No one likes that. So I'm going in the same order that I go to with my tank. That really makes, the order, I think, doesn't really make much of a difference at all. It's really just like how well can you handle like big pulls. So as you can see, like unlike, for those who might have seen like the other footage or the other video that I put out with the guy that kind of talks about like all the enemy abilities and whatnot, I'm like zooming. I'm doing like mass pulls and very quickly trying to tell you what's going on as I'm doing, and I think I was doing like a 1 or 2 mask run on that too. So yeah, I'm going with like this kind of unnecessary sense of urgency. Because see, right now I'm at like a little bit under half sanity. I have not been doing a great job of looking out for potions. Good going. Maybe this would have been a good idea for me to do this as survival. But then again, I know even less about survival, but that might have been like a good way to test this out too. So for this one, you kind of want to be at somewhat close range, so that way you can kind of easily avoid the blade flourish. I got clipped by one, but then you want to move in too, so you can quickly avoid like kind of this shotgun attack she does. But I smoked her, like kind of fast. Whoops. Going through this alleyway can be kind of dangerous. You want to definitely make sure you take out the informants before like anything else. They're like the most dangerous ones of all. Because they will inflict a stun on you that lasts for an extremely long time in the context of horrific visions. Like, it feels really bad. So I'm just going to go through this alleyway here. I know that blue potions are not good, but I'm just going to drink everything else in the hopes that it helps me somehow, some way. I very irresponsibly still do not know what every potion does. Whoops. Executioners, they can hit kind of hard, but again, like your main priority is to take care of the informants. They're like the worst. So based on how I'm doing, I don't think I want to risk trying to take on the mini boss. So I'm just gonna do an orb thing right now. So here's my first orb. Ooh. We'll let this thing go and get back to it. So for this one, boss will slow you down. Actually, that's Light Hunter that really slowing me down. So it'll cast this thing called Lurking Appendage. You can see it right there. So if I happen to be slowed down at the same time, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna take some extra sanity damage. You kind of saw right there, there's like that big circle as well. That's gonna be additional sanity damage that I took. But after defeating the boss, I get it all back because I have the perk. And the perk is like really awesome. So just taking on this pack real quick. Once again, starting with the Informant. I'm gonna move on here, pop a heal. So now we take on Shaw. This one's fairly simple mechanically. You just need to not face the eyeball while fighting the dude, or while fighting Shaw. So just be on the other side of it, turn him around. Now you see that there's two of them popping out. So now I'm just gonna kind of reposition myself a little bit. My pet is not helping. Hey, jackass. Jeez. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to avoid like those swirls with a little bit of a whatever the bounce back thing was called. What's it called? Disengage. With a disengage. Down he goes, and off we go to the next section. Alright, so now we move in. Just trying to look for some extra like easy potions to pick up, but I'm not seeing them. I could have ran through those, but oh well. Whoops. Bit of a whoops on my part. Alright, so we're back to dealing with Scorched Feet. I'm just going to fight this guy now. You have to end up fighting some of these guys eventually. One of the troublesome ones, though, include like these stupid tentacle dudes. I hate them. I hate them. They're the worst forever. Because they'll constantly burrow, which means you'll lose. It's like fighting mobs that will pop feign death on a regular basis. It can be super, super annoying. But for the most part, because you eventually need to go through like these areas, I'm just gonna, take everything on. The dangerous mobs in here are these tormentors. These tormentors that cast mental assault. Does a lot of damage. Can easily like overwhelm you if you're unprepared for it. So just try to be careful of like how much you're aggroing, especially if you're trying to do like big pulls. In this case, I ain't doing no big pulls. I'm just trying to play it safe for the most part. Just keep an eye out for the knock up there. My pet died somehow. Cool. Let's see, where's my revived pet? There it is. All right. So I'm going to take on these as well, because I usually tend to aggro those even when I don't want to. Love that. And here's a potion. Let's see if this one helps. Cool. Still have yet to find a sanity restoration potion. So there are add-ons, there are weak cores. Maybe I'll try to link one that tell you which potions are good, which potions are bad. You just need to kind of do a quick mouse over, and it'll give you a reference guide as to like which potions you should pick up. Anyway, as for this mini boss, the only thing to really pay attention to is this agonizing torment. It does direct sanity damage. You want to try and interrupt it if you can. You can't stun the guy, so I'm just going to take some hits here. He also does a thing called Convert. It's only really dangerous if you're at low health, because when Convert happens, you have a debuff that doesn't let you get any healing back. Really sucks. Now for this dude. So this guy, you just want to avoid swirls on the ground, but also he casts Chains of Servitude. Thankfully, though, as a Beastmaster Hunter, your pets are still doing work, and they'll just smoke them real quick, and it's no problem. So now I got some a little bit of sanity back. I still have 2 charges left. Let's see what this potion does. This one, cool. I finally found a good potion. So purple ones are great. So here, hey, here happens. Here's another one by coincidence. Cool. I saw a green one back there, but I'm like, nah, I'm just going to ignore that. So now my sanity's looking like really good, nice and healthy. Skipping that blue one, that's the bad one. Blue is bad. Purple is great. Yeah, I use old school add-ons. I just try to remember stuff as I go and talk to myself and try to remember things as I go. But so far, doing good, pretty healthy. You know, some of you who might be watching this are like, hey, you know, this is like a really easy guide, but you know that I think I've done a disservice to folks with the previous video that I did, and I want to make something that's a little bit more basic. To help people get through. So now we're in the Mage Quarter. We take extra sanity damage. It's considered a lost area, and we're just kind of like climbing through. Just watch the route that I'm taking here. I think there might be more optimal ones to take, but this is just the one for the most part I feel most comfortable in. Where I climb up the slope, I take on some of the tentacle dudes and the pustule or tumor things here, and I'm making my way towards doing what normally I would do, like kind of a big pull. In this case, I'm very scared, and I don't want to do it, especially because I'm dealing with Leadfoot, and it's a little bit hard to dodge. But here's me pulling them anyway. So like the swirls are bad, but boss also does like that right there, like that breath attack thing is like absolutely brutal. It can ruin your run if you happen to get caught up in it. Very dangerous in higher difficulties when you have to deal with like multiple affixes and slows and possible stuns and who knows what. It's a lot. So I'm going to take on this Void Speak. I should have taken this one on first because it does the Mind Flay and it does the Fear. But if you're, I mean, as ranged, it isn't something that I need to worry about. So now I'm going to backtrack a little bit, pop a quick heal. So I happen to be spec'd for like a little bit more self-healing, where I believe as I spend energy, my exhilaration, that's the self-heal I got, like the cooldown on that is lowered by a bit. So I can see now my sanity is getting low. I'm going to play it safe. You know, I'll just pop it out. No big deal. Because I still have one full orb left. I'll save that for just before I engage the final boss. And that shouldn't be so bad. Let's kill that guy. Actually, I should backtrack here. Because I think there might be a pack back there that I don't need to run into. So what I do, I just go out there. And then I come back through here. Yeah, there's like a little bit there that I don't have to deal with because the Portal Master is right here. So, reminder, there are some Portal Masters that I need to defeat. There's, I believe, 5 in all. And it can be a little bit confusing, especially because I choose this as my last area. It's like, oh man, I only have so much sanity left or so many orbs left. So now that I'm done here, I'm going to climb up this slope. You can use the minimap to refer to where I'm going. Hang a left, and then here is another mini-boss. He just does a Shadow Bolt and a Rain of Fire to avoid. He also summons ads. That's about it. I got stunned right now because there is, because one of the affliction, you get kind of afflicted whenever you drink potions too. And after the potions expire, you get hit with with kind of a debuff. So I'm done here. One of the other dangers about this particular area is, since the Leadfoot affix is active, if you run into any mobs, they're gonna bring you in combat, and then they'll slow you down. They'll keep you in combat. And that can become very, very annoying very fast. So you want to just make sure that you do leave combat before you proceed like up here. Otherwise, it'll kind of like, it'll mess with you. This last boss can be a little bit troublesome for those who don't have a whole lot of interrupts. Dude does he does an arcane missile kind of attack, which, yeah, there it is. He also does a polymorph, also very troublesome. So, you know, keep in mind here, oh, polymorph happened. That sucked. So now I think I've just learned that when dealing with this guy, dealing with this boss, when my pets go up to him, he finishes the cast, which is cool, kind of, as ranged, but also like he does his polymorph thing too. So I'm like, oh no, how do I handle it then? But then, as ranged, as long as I use my interrupt anyway, then like I'm in a good spot. So as you can see, I have 1 charge left. I'm extremely healthy. It really is like the perk that carried the way, that carried the torch. So as you defeat elites, keep that in mind. You just need to defeat elites. That's what's going to help you power up that perk and help you last so much longer in here. Even with like, you know, low item level, I'm sure I could have done a whole lot better. I could have been like one-shotting dudes, and especially if I had skills. Oh, that would have been like huge, you know. So in the case of fighting this boss as ranged, I have a bit of an easier time because I don't have to deal as much about having to like dodge all the attacks and avoid so many things. I do need to take care of the polymorph though. The polymorph can be very, very, very bad. So in this case, I have to deal with like multiple attacks. So I need to not face the eyeball, avoid fire. But at this low level, it's not so bad. So a little good practice. So there's me avoiding fire again. I'll take the polymorph. That just happened right there. Move forward for the eyeball thing. And my pet's dead. Cool. You did your best, Bakar. And now it'll finish the fight. And we're done. So again, the perk really carried it through. It makes such a huge difference in your performance. So if you have very, very good gear, then wait. Oh no, I fucked up. I didn't open the things. Oh no. I ruined my footage. Well, that was a bummer. That was a bummer. But you know, I'm gonna do that anyway, because that doesn't take up that much time. I still technically did it. Didn't I? Yes? No? Oh well. That at least will give you an example of like how to get through this though. Just don't do what I did and not forget to complete, you know, and forget to complete all the objectives before going into each area. I'll cut back to earlier footage. So what you want to do once you're done with this boss is you want to go back and free people from cages. That's the reason why I wanted to clear all the areas, or clear out most of the mobs, and then open all the cages. Then I can move on to the mage quarter. I didn't do that, so I screwed up. But I'm gonna run with this anyway, as an example of how to do horrific visions. So, yeah. That's going to be it for me. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, or whatnot, and I'll see you guys for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. Okay, so that's... Damn, that sucks. Oh, I was doing so good. Oh, man. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Yeah, I didn't finish. Chat tried to warn me. Yeah, that was my bad. Maybe I can just do this again, but I don't think it wouldn't feel right if I did it again. Let's see. So what do you think the item level for the new raid will be? 39 item level higher than the current one. I know that's a kind of non-answer, but it is the most accurate answer I can give. Any reason why I'm doing visions with my hunter rather than my paladin? Footage. How possible do you think it is to do a full completion on a 5 mask run right now? I think it'd be super impressive to do before the next round of upgrades. It's really tough. I tried it once off stream and I couldn't really do it. The starting off with only so much sanity and only getting so much back per orb, it's brutal. I couldn't do it. I could 4 mask it. But 5 is tough. Now that said, next week 5 masking is gonna be cheesy. So like creator says that Demon Hunter can do it. Yeah, so some classes can do it, I could not. Maybe I can give it a shot, but nah, why stress? To me, 4 is great. 4 is fantastic. To me, there's no pride lost. But next week, 5, for those who are like caught up, for those who are able to get all the masks and everything, once you're able to get like the remaining masks, doing a 5 mask is, I don't want to say easy, but it's much easier than it is right now because of not even because of the perks. Fuck the perks. You can turn those off if you want. But you can, but the way the masks synergize and these tributes, huge difference. You'll have like, it'll feel like you have infinite sanity. You don't, but it'll feel like it. Like it's that good. We saw nothing. You did it totally right. I think it'd be weird to upload a failed attempt, honestly, but it's up to you if you really want to do it again. Yeah, that wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't feel right. That's annoying, though. That's so annoying. I'll think about it. That's what I'm saying. It's super impressive if we can do it this week. I mean, one of my guildmates got it, so here's his achievement. He got it yesterday. So he referred to Demon Hunter cheese. I don't know what that means. I don't know what sort of advantages Demon Hunter. I know Demon Hunters had an advantage in Visions. I think it was. I remember back then, like they would like. Oh, and actually, he's saying it. He would just jump over roofs. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was before too. Over in Orgrimmar, there was a cheese that I would do where I would skip the entire area where. The area where Rexar is, I would just go around this entire area. You can't do that anymore, so sucks. You get ripped apart. You can't bubble through it. There's like nothing you can do. We'll do it again. Fuck. That was just boneheaded on my part, man. That stinks. That stinks. And it wasn't so bad, so I just need to. Nah, nothing to do. I just let's see. I'll turn off growl though. I don't think I really need that on. Unnecessary death on his part. Actually, no. I think I'll leave it on because I don't want to accidentally die. Then I'll just feel like a dumbass. Oh. Not sure if someone has mentioned this before, but your mic is somewhat low. I need to turn up the volume quite a bit when I listen or watch my streams. Sometimes I don't project the same way. But also, I'm very close to blowout if I turn it up higher. I mean, I can. I just don't like it. So what's my thing at right now? So... Okay, that seems weird. Hold on. So, what's my setting at? It's at yeah, let me mess with this a little bit. So, oop. Okay, oh no, there it is. So Okay, that I don't think. Okay, that I don't think makes any difference. So how about this? I brought it up like one notch, and that's it. Because I'm very, very scared of blowout. Because that ruins recordings very fast. Or the music's too loud. No, music is fine. Music is what it normally is. Okay. Yeah, I'm. It's very, very sensitive. This these settings. Like I could ruin your ears like very, very fast. Anyway. Let's see. You can't get all 8 masks. You can get 5. Yeah, you can get up to 5 right now. All right, we're doing it. Thought volume was fine. I know it's a little bit low. It's a little bit low. But I do that. I do that intentionally. Anyway. All right, take 2. What's up, everyone? This is Soul with another video, and today we're going to demonstrate, I hope, horrific visions for normal people. The previous video I put out was mostly focused on showing you guys like how mobs work and give a route, but it wasn't exactly like a real-time walkthrough like what I used to do back in the day during BFA. I was doing a lot of those with like different classes at low gear, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm on my Beast Mastery Hunter. I barely know what I'm doing. I know how most of the buttons work, but not all of them. 627 item level with no set bonuses, nothing like that. And, you know, just kind of a spattering of just whatever gear I'm able to throw together. So the objective here is to just get through a normal, a normal vision and defeat all 5 bosses. Now, there are advantages that I have, and they can't be understated. This Tribute of Elite Extermination is fully maxed out. So whenever I defeat an elite, I get 150 sanity back. That's huge for what's going on here. Now, this is considered like this is also considered an intermediate guide, so you want to have like some familiarity of how the visions work. But I'm going to try to talk through everything step by step. No slowing down, no skipping through the footage, and pray for me. Because last time when I was doing this is actually my second take. My first take, I actually did just fine, but I forgot to complete some objectives and I ruined it. So let's try again. So we're gonna go through. I'm gonna skip the footmen and go straight for this fallen void speaker. These are one of the more dangerous mobs that you want to take care of because they do a fear, they do a mind flay. Not a huge deal for ranged, but it's still something you just want to pay attention to. And otherwise, you can kind of like, leave those other guys alone. They'll eventually go down. Heart piercers, they do some unavoidable shoot damage, but also a piercing shot. You can kind of see the void arrow there that goes in that direction. So just to make sure you try to avoid that. Real quick before I forget. Green potions are bad, so that's a green potion right there. Don't have that. Just drink anything else aside from green. And they'll give you like a helpful buff that when it expires will afflict you with a little bit of bad stuff, but it's not so bad. It's not the end of the world. It's still going to be like pretty helpful. These Rift Walkers, they have a both damage bubble as well as like this kind of shockwave. I think they do a stun too if you get hit by the shockwave. So the shadow shift is something you want to try and interrupt if you can. If you can do it, great. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. So here I'm just trying to push through. Like these footmen, like I said, they don't really like do a whole lot. I'll just kind of let them do their thing. But I do want to take on the void speakers. Make sure that they go down before they cause trouble or cause a fear. That'd be the worst. So let's just try to finish these off real quick before we move on to the next area. And off we go. So as a hunter, I'm kind of spec'd for the ability to use my exhilaration like a little bit faster. I just need to keep using focus. That's what it's called. Focus? Yeah. Or is it energy? I forget. Oh well, I think it's called focus. Alright. So the route that I'm going to take is very similar to my tank. I'm going to go start here, go to the Dwarven District, and then progress to Old Town, then Trade District, then Mage Quarter, and then back again. So I'm pretty much taking like it's so the pacing, of course, is going to be slower with lower gear. I'm also not a tank spec, obviously, so I can't just run in and do like giant pulls of everything. But if anything, you just need to maintain the pace. So while here, the mobs here, they don't really do too much. There aren't like super crazy special mechanics to avoid. Priority mobs, yeah, not that big of a deal. You just want to make sure you stay focused and not stand in swirls. Forge Guard dude here, he does a leap that you want to avoid. It happens in threes, but he doesn't even do it because great footage, Soul. But so what I want to do now is just kind of clear the area so that way I can clear the remaining bombs that are here. If anything, I should backtrack and just kind of kill things as I go. I don't need to like do a big pull and go around and then go back again and click bombs. You know, I'm able to do just fine as is here. And my pet died, so good going. I was telling myself earlier, oh, you know what? I'm going to try and avoid. I think green was bad actually. Yeah, green's bad. So that's an example of what potion to not drink. There are weak auras and whatnot that will help assist you with that if you have a bad memory like me. Sometimes, you know, that good old noggin add-on doesn't work all that great. Just gotta remember, green is bad. Green is bad. Everything else is okay. Alright, so yeah, green is bad. Let's see what this one is. This one is sanity. Alright, cool. So maybe I'll just focus on getting the red or the pink one or whatever color you want to call it. Actually, no, it is red. This one is definitely purple. But here, this part, kind of chill. Just taking care of bombs. And again, so some fairly weak mobs to deal with here. Not much trouble at all. And then we'll just do this one last pack. Keep it nice and clean. So as you can see, I'm like a little bit under half sanity, but I'm about to take on the boss, who is going to restore 150 sanity. I don't think you need to fully max out the perk before you take it on. It's kind of a long way to maxing it out. So I think if you get to level 2, that's what's going to get you 100 insanity back every time you defeat an elite. That in itself is going to be like a very, very big deal. Especially later on when you pick up additional masks. And next week, I'll really get into how to synergize masks in such a way that you'll have not infinite sanity, but you'll have a lot. You'll have a much bigger pool to work with. It's visions will just feel like much easier when you have, you know, once you're able to at least complete it the first time and start obtaining like some of the extra masks, you'll actually find that visions feel easier. Believe it or not. In the meantime, though, we're just learning the route, seeing how these mobs work. You want to make sure these light hunters go down. They slow you down and can cause like a lot of trouble with trying to avoid mechanics. So like for this one, you can kind of keep at a distance so that way you can avoid the blade flourish. But then you don't want to be that far because shortly after she's going to do like a shotgun attack. So there it is. So you just want to avoid that. And then finish her off. Dun, 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 dun. Let's keep an eye out for potions. Black potion, green potion. But I want the red one. Red is great. So going through this hallway, you want to check out the informants first. The informants, they cause a channeled stun that lasts for an extremely long time. which in visions is super deadly. So you want to make sure you don't get afflicted by those at all. So you want to take out those light hunters. They tend to sneak around and do shenanigans. So you can see how like I'm running into that low sanity warning. So I'm gonna try to push a little bit further, but I'm not gonna take a risk. I'm not gonna try and take on like the last that boss dude over there. No big deal. I can relax. Just want to make sure this guy gets taken out, and then I can pop the orb. And here's my first orb of the day. And my pet is low on health. Do I have men pet? I have men pet there. I should definitely have that on a much better hotkey, but oh well. Alright, so this guy, let me take out that light hunter. This guy is gonna cause problems. This guy spawns tentacles under him, but you won't see it because he's dead. Great. Fantastic. He does spawn tentacles under him, and you want to make sure you're not standing under them. You take direct sanity damage from it. So that's why you want to take out the light hunter that had appeared. Otherwise, it's like, uh-oh, you're going too slow. You're going to get caught in that and take some sanity damage. All right, so I'm at low health, but it's kind of okay. I just need to be kind of careful. Especially, the big thing here is you just don't want to face the eyeballs while fighting. So just kind of reposition yourself in such a way that you're not looking at the eye. The eyes do also move around, which can be like really frustrating. And that guy just went down super quick. There are numerous times where you might have to deal with multiple rounds of him disappearing, then reappearing. And in the meantime, you're able to reposition yourself in such a way that you won't be, that by the time he comes back, you don't have to deal with eyeballs looking at you and all that. So no pink stuff there. We'll just move on. And we're moving. Alright, so now we're going to the trade district, the hardest district of them all, because I messed up last time. Never again. I refuse to accept humiliation the way I did before. Burrowing appendages are the pain in the butt thing here. Because they burrow, which means they will leave combat, or they'll leave your line of sight. And that gets really annoying really fast. That's purple. I want red. So I'm going down this path here, making sure to take care of the appendages for the most part. I think sometimes I'll alternate and take like a slightly different route, but it really makes no difference. You're going to want to like clear everything here. Of course, if at higher gear levels, if you can clear pull more at once, great. But you want to be careful of these cultist tormentors. The mental assault here, it can sneak up on you. It actually can do quite a bit of damage. So just be careful of that. Target the tormentors first because they're the most deadly, followed by going for the tentacles because they're the most annoying. So just try to get some good damage on them fast. If you can, afford a stun too, all the better. So at higher levels, you're definitely going to feel the annoyance of having to deal with those tentacles on top of everything else. Slave drivers, nice and simple. Just stay out of that little circle thing. If anything, I can go ahead and start pulling this guy now. This guy does agonizing torment, so that's something that you just want to interrupt. He also does an ability called convert. Convert will make it so you don't get healing while you're afflicted with this debuff. So that move is only really dangerous if you happen to be doing like a really big pull and you're trying to get everything done at once. Then all of a sudden, oh no, all my heals aren't working. So just want to be very careful of that. This next guy, he does those tentacle swirlies. So just don't be there. But he also does chains of servitude, which doesn't really help him much because I'm a Beastmaster Hunter and my pets are just dwelling on him anyway. Once he's defeated, rescue all the captives here. Soul, don't forget. All right, so as you can see, my sanity, I'm in a really good spot. I have plenty of sanity. I still have 2 orbs left, so I can use that really anytime I feel the need. But I just got to clear the rest of this, open up these remaining cages, and at least the way that I've been experiencing this, for the most part, you're able to do the same route no matter what. Whether you're doing, you know, a more basic run like this, or if you are trying to go for like a, eventually an 8 mask vision, you should be able to do the same route, same way, for the most part. There might be some tiny min-max things you can do, but the way that I've been experiencing this and testing and everything, there's plenty of flexibility that with decent gear, not even like 680 something or nothing like that, with decent gear, you're able to finish in 8 mask vision. It's just going to take practice, really. Practice unlocking all the perks, eventually unlocking the tree. So when this second week comes along, you'll be able to complete most of your goals. And I would almost say like it might feel faster to not do like an 8 mask vision for the sake of farming corrupted mementos, because clearing an 8 mask vision is it's just going to take longer than doing a lower mask vision. But that's later. We're just doing basic stuff right now. We're just trying to get through the motions, learn stuff, get used to how things work here. All right, so last area, I'm climbing up from the left side here. I'm working my way up to try to do a double pull of a certain pack along with a mini boss. It's a very dangerous pull though, but something that I kind of lightly encourage you do because it's very, very helpful. Helps to save a lot of time. I think it saves time. The pull here is to take out one of these 5 portal masters that we need to defeat, along with this guy, this tentacle dude. So he does swirls a lot, which are very dangerous, but he also does, there it is. Actually, there it wasn't. He would normally do like this big breath attack that does devastating amounts of sanity damage to you. Like if you get hit, if you take a direct hit by that, you're pretty much done. It's that bad. In this case, though, I guess veteran, veteran gear is good enough for you to take him out without too much trouble. So a lot of this, a lot of visions really is to get rid of the priority dangers as soon as you can. When you do, you find yourself in a pretty good spot. So even though I defeated that elite, I am low on stuff. Even though I'm getting like this vial here, I'm still going to be low. So I want to make sure that, pretty much any time now, I want to safely pop this second orb of mine. That way I can have one available for Ilaria, and no problem. Alright, so I'm going to backtrack a bit. Just a bit. Thankfully I have the increased speed buff constantly going. Or I can mount up, whatever. Whatever you feel like. And I'm getting kind of low, so I'm just going to pop it here. Take a quick break. And let's proceed. Yeah, so this is the route that I've always been taking, even back during Battle for Azeroth. That hasn't changed. For those who might be familiar with that too. Alright, then we go up this slope here. You can use the minimap to refer to where I'm going. Hang a quick left, and then here is another boss dude. All he does is Shadow Bolt and a Rain of Fire. So you can kick the Shadow Bolt. That's not even a big deal. If anything, letting him get the Shadow Bolt off makes it so that he's not doing anything else in the meantime. You saw him pull off a summons, which can be distracting. It's just more damage that you have to, it's damage that he's able to peel off, so just don't be around there. They explode when they die, so just don't be in there when they blow up, and that's it. That one's not so bad. But now that we're done, we can go ahead and climb. So we just kind of like backtrack a little bit the way we came, trying to make sure that we stay out of combat in the meantime. Managed to do it. Got plenty of sanity. So this boss is kind of interesting, and I learned things doing this as doing it as a Beastmaster hunter. There's something to kick here. You want to kick the entropic missiles, but he also like shoots off to one of the sides of the room, like that polymorph I can't really do anything about, unfortunately. But you notice that like my pets will immediately like deactivate his cast, which is like kind of cheesy, which is and very cool, I should say. Thanks, pets. Go, buddies. Come on. There we go. So I'll kick the missiles, and then there you go. Down he goes. Nice. Good job, Beastmaster. So I'm done, right? I've done all the objectives. I'm pretty sure. Killed everything, saved everyone, blew up stuff. Yeah. So I think we're fine. Let me get up, bet. So dealing with Ilaria, you deal with everything at once, or you deal with a little bit of everything at once. Let me say it like that. So you need to avoid eyeballs. She also does some new abilities. This dark in the sky thing, just like not want to be there, so just sidestep it. Easy to do at range, sort of. Bombs you can kick away, or you can step out of them. You know, either way. She does the chains, so I'll just gonna let my pets wail on her while that goes on. And again, just to make sure to not stare at an eyeball. Avoid eruption is where you do need to, in fact, like hide behind something. Just make sure you're not looking at an eyeball at the same time. And then she just kind of does this pattern for a while. Some of the times the overlaps can feel really nuts, especially when she has, especially with the polymorph, which you want to kick, if possible. And dealing with that on top of everything else, like Darkened Sky, the Eye of Chaos, it can really stack up quickly. So there we go. Now I finished my 5. Yay! And that's it. So, not to say that this is easy. Like, it definitely comes with experience and know-how. The cool thing about Horrific Visions these days is that you can just keep trying over and over again until you get it right. In the meantime, you're gaining experience. You're getting stuff out of it. You're getting currencies to eventually buy upgrades. You're getting experience towards those tributes. So that way you be able to get sanity back. Again, that's the big one. You also just deal more damage. You're faster. You can get more resources inside. And that's a very big deal. So what I get? I got champion gloves. Not really an upgrade. Oh well. But that'll be it. Let me know if you have any questions or whatnot. Sorry that this guide was long, but I wanted to make like an entire walkthrough, commentating on the whole thing, just so we can avoid questions or whatnot, or at least you can see everything in action. So please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, catch me live, and I'll catch you later in Orgrimmar, because I'm going to do this again. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. All right. So, there we go. Got it right this time. So, there's my content for today. Let me read chat. Let's see. It's noticeable the difference with even just a notch. Oh, the volume. Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm very sensitive about it. So if someone brings it up, I'll be like, okay, I'll think about it. But then if I do recordings and then all of a sudden if the recording quality like goes down, I'm like, oh no. So Mages was hard first starting, get lost easily. Yeah. The frustrating thing about the Mage Quarter is that you get lost and then you deal with the afflictions and then you have mobs that are constantly putting you in combat. It sucks. I put a mask on and killed everything I could find in a vision, but I still didn't get the faceless mask of multitudes. Is there a bug with it? Anyone else have this issue? I think, this is just a guess, Canadian Zombie, but I think you need to kill the elites in the in-between areas. So there are 2 elites. There's one in the water, and then there's a dude that goes around with a bunch of pets. or with a bunch of little minions and stuff. So you can buy a toy train set, lay it down in front of that dude with the toys, and then the dude will like get distracted, and then you can just wipe out all of his little minions, and then take down the elite. And that might do it for you. On my clear, I did that on top of clearing like pustules and whatnot in the in-between areas. The only thing I didn't really try going for were like rats. So that also includes killing the dudes that are standing next to the pedestal where you get the Mask of Vengeance. I killed those guys as well. That was it. Rogue mobs can be missed easily. Yeah, you definitely want to make, I'd say like the other somewhat troublesome areas. So let's see. First area is easy. Cathedral's easy to clear. Dwarven District, easy to clear. Old Town, that's where the stealth mobs are. So you just want to like make sure you just take a stroll around the whole area. Pretend you're looking for potions or something. And then you should be able to find everything there. The in-between areas, like I said, like they can be, I'm not 100% certain on it, but I would just say go for the elites as well as the Vengeance Mask hack that's like hanging around. Trade District is easy because you'll be doing most of it anyway. And Mage Quarter can be a bit of a pain in the ass because there's a lot of patrolling mobs and they go around, so you want to make sure that you spend some time in there. And make sure that to make sure everything's killed. That would be it. Anything extra from the Toy Master? No. I think he behaves the same. Yeah. What's the reason you stay out of combat as much as possible? Just a mount? Yeah, just a mount. That as well as, depending on the affix, like this week it's Leaden Foot. If you're in combat and you're in the lost area, then Leaden Foot takes effect and you slow down. So by leaving combat, then you're not afflicted by it. You're only afflicted by it while you're in combat. Just gloves. Man. Oh well. All right. So that takes care of that for now. Maybe I'll revisit it. But of course, if you have questions about visions, I'd be happy to answer them. I haven't hopped onto the Peter though. I have not really taken a look to see like how it works. The whole overcharged delve thing. I only saw it on like the first week, and then I've been busy. What item mold do you think is good for all 8 mask on? I don't know, honestly. On the PTR, I was able to do it at 660 something, but that was PTR, so that doesn't really tell me much. I mean, get it as high as you can, and just try it out. That's my best tip. I can't understate like just how accessible visions are, that because we can just repeat them. Hey, you messed up. All right, try again. Hey, Soul, you messed up your footage. Try again. And I can just dive right back in. No keys, no lockouts. Just do it again. So this guy. Being that too, Alejandro. Yeah, good point. And that was like the one, nerf / change they did for visions, that you can't just pop it during combat and get all your sanity back and all that. And it's noticeable. You can tell. All right, so I'm going to overcharge delves. Do I just go? Where's the sparklies? There's a sparkly. And I think there's a second sparkly somewhere. somewhere. Okay. Oh, fungal fall. Yes. The best one. All right. If I'm going to learn this, at least I can learn this off of the best delve of them all. Being in combat makes it so if you pop a sanity, you got stuck in combat with a corruption blob in Mage Quarter while being halfway up the ramp, and it was GG. Yeah, that sucks. It's brutal. Or if like if you're at kind of low sanity and you get hit by, and then a fragment pops up, you gotta kill that thing. If you don't, you're just gonna be in trouble. You're gonna get stuck in combat. You can't restore your sanity the way you want to. Yeah, it sucks. So 11. Okay, so I can do this at 1 if I wanted to. So I'll do this as a 1. I need Titan disc shards. View the discs. Oh, I can just look at everything. Oh, even better. So I currently have one thing, whatever that is. Wait. So where's my belt? Or do I just get a belt? Well, whatever the case, let's learn. Okay, Pyroblast. Your damage abilities have a chance to cast Pyroblast, inflicting fire damage and stunning, or suffering damage has a chance to conjure a storm. Oh, fuck yeah. How do you access the overcharged delves? I don't see any on my map. I just happened to see that this thing was lit up at the time. Oh, okay. I don't see it lit up now. I don't know why. But it was when I walked in. It was before I walked in. So now it's overcharged. Oh, let's see what's inside. Whee! All right. So here... Ugh. Okay, so they afflict you with a thing. A lot. Yeah, you're immobilized, you take damage, and it doesn't help with that too. Okay. And everything drops shards. Okay, so that dropped 2 shards. I'm gonna get out now. And I'm gonna switch this to an 11. And I want to see how much I get again. Because the thought is, oh, okay, what if I want to just do nothing but 1s? Can I do that? Like, can I just not finish a delve and just keep farming for discs? So Titan disc shards, binds when picked up, unique 1700, and it's not warbound. That's criminal. So it's in my inventory. I cannot trade them. Okay. Actually, hold on. So if I get enough, maybe the Titan disc themselves are warbound. But yeah, I got a whopping 2 shards. Let's see if there's any difference if I crank it up. Good morning, Oinky. Yeah, so no difference there. Oh, I don't, is my brand enabled? Does it work? Yes, okay. Oh yeah, and then there's like this defense matrix thing too. So that does a thing. Actually, all it does is die. Everything dies before the might of the spore bit. Poor Titan thing. One. Ugh. All right, so now I'm gonna be curious, like, how much do I get at the end of a delve? So, what are the things here? Rescue dudes. All right, so let's just clear the thing. So I got to deal with like some tougher mobs, and you know, on top of everything else. But when standing before the mighty Spore Bit, what is challenge? Ah, big rule. Loot stuff. Make sure you loot. I wonder if it's only the Titan dudes that drop stuff. Huh. So like overcharged pylon, intern. Okay, let me just kill the intern. Hi, buddy. And I want to see like if, yeah, do these things only drop from them or other stuff? Yeah, I don't want to pull that thing yet. I want to make sure I don't like loot other stuff by accident. Yeah, go TD. Oh, here's the one. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Look. There we go. No loots. Just what I was hoping for. Oh, this guy's got life, man. Woo! Look at him go. But oh man. Oh, 10 from these guys. Whoa, okay. Now we're talking. So it's so far, it doesn't seem like the difficulty that you do these in makes any difference. Let's see if there's any that come from, so can I loot extras from curiosities? Yes, I can. So I can get them from curiosities as well. So wants to do at work? Right on, dude. Yo, you'll know what I'm talking about here. Oinky, my niece, she's gonna start working at Great America in a couple weeks, I think. Gets paid 20 an hour. I'm like, holy shit. 20 bucks an hour as a ride operator. That's wild. That's wild. Great America, by the way, is a theme park here in the Bay Area. Yeah, I was, and it was my first job was there too. I was a games operator. It was fun. Is there a quest I need to pick up before seeing overcharged delves? I swear I'm unable to find them. I don't know. I thought I saw one, but I think it might be an account-wide thing because I did it in the first build and I haven't seen it since. So I am not sure. They haven't reset like progress or on that or anything. All right, I still want to keep seeing if like I can get shards from everything. Because if I can get shards from everything, then I'm definitely gonna explore the fuck out of like every delve or whatnot. Oh, wasted brand. I love Great America when I lived in NorCal. Yeah, I worked there when it was owned by Paramount, and so you had like some of the movie related stuff still happening there. Ever since then, like, you know, they've been switching owners, and so they lost like those sorts of things. But I mean, the rides themselves, obviously, they're still there. They just have to change the name and all that. Okay, that dropped a shard. That does nothing. And all these do is just hit you, right? Yeah, they just hit you for whatever damage. So yeah, little Titan mobs are like all over. They're like all over the packs. So, or they're kind of in most of these packs. Boop. 2 in there. None in there. Oh, I forgot about the rare thing there. Let me I think that's a new rare too. Let's see what kind of if they offer like a new effect or something like that. Yeah, I'm talking about the BTR. So early on, like I was able to in the first build of this BTR, I was just I think I don't even remember anymore. So that's kind of the shitty part. But I thought I saw a quest. I just can't see it again because it might be a Warbound quest thing. So you won't see them again no matter what. And where's that thing? Oh, here's the curiosity though. Yeah, where did it go? It was like in one of these early areas here. So that's not it. Oh, you're on live. Nah. Okay, I'm pretty sure that didn't disappear, but oh well. Not important. I guess my thing right now, Goose, is like I don't know where to get the belt. Like, how do I get it? Is it maybe I get it from the chest at the end of an overcharged delve or something? But I guess we're gonna find out. All right. Rawr. Looking forward to these. I've tried doing some of the Heroic Division stuff, but I've yet to run into any potions or things to help with sanity. The big thing is to take a look at that dead body, and then you'll find out which are like the bad. You'll know which are the bad ones. The way they spawn though is pretty random though. Like places where you might see potions, you might not. It's yeah, not very predictable. And when you're, not to say like you don't need it at certain levels, but if you're in a situation where you're like kind of like at the edge, you're kind of at the brink, they help out a ton. And what am I doing? Okay, I'm going up. I'm going up. Because I guess I would want to like clear everything here. By the way, thank you to Fiction and to Lillian. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. Oh, I think I missed like one of the main objectives too. Yeah, so I better backtrack all the way. When I went to the last one I did yesterday, there wasn't a dead body. Now, I do recall, like, very, very early, like, when you first start visions, you don't even see potions at first. I was a little confused by that. It was after I completed, I think, like, some of the quest line, then that I started seeing them. I'm like, oh, there they are, which I found odd. I don't remember not seeing them in BFA. All right, Neve, you take care. So now they're not wearable or available. Oh, okay. Well, I'll still keep progressing through to see like how this shit works. Yep, I'm on the PTR right now. All right, so let's first complete the initial objective here. Hey, look at that! It was like one of the more unfun stories. I mean, this channel thing, it's not the worst. I just don't find it very fun. My dopamine levels aren't really like kicking in, Blizz. Come on. Yeah. Ah. So how many Titan things do I got so far? Then I got 28. 28 so far. So what's stopping me from... Okay, I guess I'll have to go through the motions first. Oh shit. Okay, Spore Bits on you really hurt. It's fun. It's fun seeing mobs get wiped out, for sure. It's not as fun when you do. I could have sworn in the first build there were like way more of these traps too. This seems a lot more tame than what I remember seeing before. That's good. At least the rotating poison blobs that used to happen while you were channeling it too, or they got rid of it. Oh, really? I thought I was just dealing with them. Oh no, no Spore Bits here. Oh, I'm ruined. Ooh, 30% bubble. Ooh, and I have a... What's his debuff? Oh, this is the thing, I think that's the perk that I picked up here. Four from that, and then a rare. Alright, so this is a regular rare. So let's see how this guy... Let's see if this guy gives up any shards. Woo! Worth it. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, it didn't go off. Oh no. There it is. Okay, so that gave no shard things. Okay. There. Oh, and pylons pop up here too? That's kind of annoying. Actually, hold on. I think I have Does this work? Yes. go. Oh no, too much. That's okay. So that's useful to know. That I can horse my way through those. Good to be a paladin, man. Good to be a paladin. All right. There we go. That's what I want to see. Just in time, too. I might be able to get some extra damage in here. If... Come on. And boom. Ooh, that ripped him up. Not to pull this one, but they would fire out poison blobs that circles around the mushroom thing on top of it. Oh, I don't remember that. I think you're right though. It's been a while. All right, so what do I get? I get got normal stuff, bountiful coffer. Still looks like normal stuff. Nemesis. I got 2 things? Oh, no. Didn't get 2 things. And then there's the Gilded Stash that gives 10. Yeah, so this gives 10 in 11.17. I've been seeing that. So that's what made me think at first, like, oh, you get 10, but I think you still get 7 on live. And I did not seem to get any. I don't think I got any. Oh, no, yeah, I did. I got 30 shards from that. But. But is that really worth it? You know, because I feel like the better play would be to just slam low-level things. Low-level delves, and then just charge this thing up if I really want to, right? So let's see what this thing does. Suffering damage is the chance to whatever, no big deal. Falling below 24% health grants an absorbing shield equal to, that's cute. More movement speed. Wait, do I choose one or the other? Can I like get both? Yeah, I wonder if I can get both. Or do I have to get both to go down? That might be it. Did I hear the MDI drama? No. I've been... No, I haven't heard a thing about it. Tell me about it. Let's see. Suffering damage from overcharged traps... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Suffering damage from the traps grants increased damage. So, are those lightning rods? Do those count as the traps? Okay, additionally, you're no longer snared by electric sappers. Interesting. And then that increases your... Oh, there's multi-point things too? Oh, God. Increases stamina, whatever, strength, whatever. Killing an enemy restores 5% health. And grants 10% haste for... Oh, restores 5% health. Oh, that's pretty OP. Okay. So this seems... cool? You know? Yeah, it seems cool. Like, it's not game-breaking enough for me to have like a strong reaction one way or another. I mean, this is the last hurrah. This is going to be a 2-month thing at most. So Dorky's group got banned for using a dragonflight potion. So is that not allowed? Because I mean they're on the it's the MDI, so they're on PTR realms. So aren't those are those potions just available? Unless they somehow learned a profession and made the potion or something like that. I don't know how that works. Oh, so it's still overcharged. So it stays like that. Yeah, I still see the little sparkly things. Yeah, because I remember on the earlier, it would unovercharge itself or something like that. So I can, so I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this again at a lower level and then see how much stuff we get. So I got Titan something, right? Yeah, 63 of these guys. Just so I remember. So I'm gonna do it again. Easy mode. They're not on the tournament realms yet? Oh. So I thought the MDI was on a tournament realm. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, if they weren't on tournament realms, that opens up all sorts of weird shit. Actually, wait. Or does are these still like qualifiers? Because I'm not. Like I said, I haven't been paying attention. Because I think it's only when you get to a certain finals or whatever that they force you on the tournament realm, something like that. But yeah, that's how it goes. You use bad shit or you break the rule. I mean, was that a pretty explicit rule? If so, then there's no drama about it. That's what you get, Buster. So. Wait, overcharged bot. Hold on, just gonna go for this guy. If you drop 10, I'm out of here. 10, I'm out of here. Bye. So really, I could just do this, right? They were on the tournament realm. The specific potion was not on the vendor, and the mods told other teams they couldn't use the potion. That seems pretty clear to me. Because, like, if the way I remember it, you're on the tournament realm, you have all the resources and the gear, they're all, like, right there, and that's it. That's, that's what you can use. So, well, get fucked. So even the okay, so they were on tournament realms, okay. Because earlier, Goose, you said they are not on the tournament realms, or did you mean they as in the potions? Yeah. I think it's actually clever game mechanics, and the admin was tripping. I mean, if the admin tells you the rules and then you break them and then you get banned, then what can you do? So, yeah, that doesn't sound like drama at all. If anything, the drama is trying to fight it. All right. I don't think this is so bad of a thing. Like, if I want to degen this in the last 2 months of the season, I could see them not letting this go. I can see them coming down on this. But like, you know, I guess this example kind of makes it clear, like, hey, I'm able to farm it much faster if I do it this way. Like, I can do this much faster than even, like, you know, if I was a demon hunter and I'm just like slamming through. This still feels faster and better to do, especially if I could just do it on a low level delve. Oh wait, I should be able to just leave delve. Yeah, duh. It was not stated to him. I mean, if anything, yeah, I guess at worst, like, I don't know how far we are in the tournament. But I would say at least invalidate that run. So. What am I farming? Nothing. I'm just kind of going through the motions of like what I might be doing when this thing goes live. The overcharged delve stuff. I'm just going in and farming like low level delves, low level overcharged delves, and farming up the currency this way. It's pretty degen. And unless you know, if it's related to the belts, I'll go as far as that. I'm not gonna. I hopefully don't need to like finish because I need to do this what, a couple hundred times, which honestly isn't so bad from a super like I said a degen grind standpoint. There are worse things that that people do, like getting the damn black trench coat, you know. But let's see, I'm at 98. Oh, what a crime. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Just so I can get another point thing. It's up to participants to ask questions on what is and what is not allowed. That's the rule. Dorky did not ask. It was stated it was not allowed to be used. He used it, therefore it applies. Dorky in short said, well, you got to DQ a bunch of his runs because he used it in everything. Yeah, oh well. Sucks. Alright. So I'm going to do one more. I mean, once the dust settles, people just know now what is and isn't allowed. Just don't use stuff that's not on the vendors. That's it. And 100. Okay, so that should be enough. See, today's Thursday, so I don't think there was a build today. So now I have a disc shard. And then it just shows up. And then I'm going to switch. If a tournament realm allows you to craft it, then it should be legal. I mean, if there's like, if there are other like super like, what's it called? Forgot his name. Shit. The dude who finds a bunch of like little exploit things. You know, if you find that, like, is that legal? Probably not. Yeah, this guy's good enough. I'll try this guy. Thoughts on the War on Combat add-ons? I think it's great as a player who doesn't use weak auras. I don't think it's a war. I think it's therapy. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, the war or whatever, as some have tried to paint it as like, oh, they're going to nerf all of our stuff, or they're going to take away our add-ons. But the approach definitely appears to be, no, we're going to improve the UI, and then once we feel like the UI is in a good place, then we'll start nerfing stuff. Of course, when did they reach that point? You know, folks are going to debate on that as it comes. Yeah, people will be like, nope, Blizz not ready yet. Don't do it. But even then, the kinds of combat information they're trying to curb is the kinds that help to calculate decisions for you. That's it. You know, the other stuff like, you know, informative stuff, timers, tracking other people's cooldowns, that's not being affected. So I don't know. That's the way it's being framed to me, at least in all these conversations that I've been seeing, and all these dev interviews and what have you. So I'm just gonna go in and then see what happens. Rextroy, there we go. Obviously, things like that. Yeah, obviously, I'm sure there's some agreement that says, hey, things that are definitely like not normal gameplay, don't do it. This is, you know, it's considered normal gameplay, but you're also on this. You're also on these kinds of realms where you are like restricted. So I'm wondering, like, humor me, folks. When you're on those tournament realms, how easy is it for you to get onto, like let's say this is your first tournament, you've never had any other characters on there, like whatever. How easy is it for like someone who's new to these tournaments to go back to Dragonflight, craft that potion? Is it easy to do? Or is it only possible because it was crafted before, or it was accessible before? So now I have two things. So I can progress to that, but I can pick up both as well. Interesting. So I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 go all the way. Nope, that's not true. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, this is gonna feel like such a trap. Oh, that's gonna feel bad. Blizz. Yeah. So I'm gonna be sitting on these, and then I'm just kind of trapped in this Titanic speed hole for a while. It's kind of ironic. It's called Titanic speed, but it's going to hamper your progression for a while because all you get is a movement speed bonus. It's like, ooh, whoop-de-doo. And then we move on, we get like these things, and then it's a 2-pointer, and then another 3-pointer there. No one's gonna get Stam. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. 1200 1,200 shard things. 1,200 shard things. So that is, and then, so that means 120 things. Yeah, 120 rotations of me doing that, the delve thing. Oh, that's not so bad. That won't take long. That's a day. That's a day of degen shit. I think they'll. I wouldn't be surprised if they nerf it. Because if I get that chance, I'll do it. I'll do it. What's up, Grim? Tettles went on the PTR and just went to Dorn, so it seems easy. To Dorn? It shouldn't be possible because it should teleport you back to where you should be, which is the current expansion's main capital city. Yeah, if you go to Dorn, that's where you're supposed to be, right? You have to know that you can leave Dorn, get yourself to Valdrak, and learn alchemy and buy all the mats off the vendors to do it. So it was crafted? Or was it bought? Isn't the tree time gated too? I have no idea. No idea. Don't listen to me. It was on the Bench podcast. Tettles on Tournament Realm, and I went to Valdraken. You spent 3.5 hours building. Okay, did you actually build it, or did you? You mean build it, right? Not like IKEA build it. You know what I mean? Grassland Dorky had them mailed from an old character. That does seem like some roundabout shit. So, if anything, you know, like that dude that got banned, he's the scapegoat, and then from now on, they're going to just do full character wipes, I guess. Or, you know, they'll do something on their end to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. So, yeah. But hey, let's keep the let's keep that fire smoldering, right? Gotta get them clicks. Okay, so I think I feel like I'm done here. Like I think I've learned what I wanted to learn off of this thing. Like what you get out of here, it's not like huge, but it's not huge for people who are capable of doing 11s on their own, but people who aren't, they exist. And so this will help them out like a lot. I don't like this speed one though. This speed one just feels bad. Like, yeah, anything else. It's just, But if we can hard grind this thing too, then at least we can get over that hump. It's just that in the meantime, it's just like, oh, feels bad, buddy. A hidden crafted robot, he hadn't left on a character that was from previous tournament that was already crafted. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe they'll just do character wipes from, you know, going forward. That's all. Yeah, so that is on them. But how do you clean that up? How do you maintain the integrity? Sadly, you know, that's the cleanest way to do it, which is not clean, but oh well. All right. Back here. And the players get punished for creative mechanic. I wouldn't call that a creative mechanic. A creative mechanic is, you know, taking mobs and peeling them here and doing that, and you know, and snapshotting and stuff like that. This is, I don't have a word for it. Shenanigans. All right. What is the potion, by the way? Let's ask the important questions. What potion was it that was like so good? Who to get on now? Oh, I'm gonna go for transmog shit. What am I talking about? Shocking disclosure. And what does that do? Let's find out. Shocking disclosure. Something something reveals enemies. More damage. This potion is about to become a hot topic of discussion after the MDI discussion made today. I mean, it's damage, so. So I take it you've horrificed all that you can for now. For now, yes. I did shoot an earlier video just a little bit ago. I wanted to do a run off of a normal character with full commentary. People were kind of wanting that instead of like my very abridged, okay, boom, 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 go here, go here, go here. So it's going to be a slower, a longer video, but something that is a bit more easy for people to keep track of or to, to follow. There we go. As for now, though, yeah, I've gotten everything that I could. I was able to do 4 thingies, 4 masks, and I'm satisfied with that. Anything else is stress. Like, I have the tactics. The tactics haven't changed much. If anything, the tactics will change for multitudes, but not by much. I at least took a look at I took a glance at like how the packs are, and at least the mobs that spawn from this one, they're not so bad that... Okay, they're a little bit bad. There are a couple mobs in certain packs that you need to keep an eye out for, but it wasn't so bad. I'm blaming Blizzard for the ambiguous rules, having to ask about the items that are and aren't allowed. Should be explicit, otherwise you'll just keep seeing like this come up. I think the solution is easy. Just, hey, these potions that are here, these are the only things that you can use, and that's it. That's all that needs to be done. Even if they didn't do a character wipe anymore, or were too lazy to do it, just make it clear, you're only allowed to use what's here on the vendors. And if you don't, then get fucked. So. Which 4 did I use? I didn't use Long Night. I used everything but Long Night. So I had the I had Multitudes, Pained, and the other 2. Multitudes, Pained, Vengeance, and the other one. Yeah, sorry, I don't remember. But I didn't use Long Night. That's all. That was the big one. All right. Actually, not this character. I want to get on to the Warrior and Shaman. I want to see if there's a shield to farm for. Oh, is Dorky is he a veteran to it? Then again, you guys were saying that he was using it in previous MDI things anyway, so. Oop. Sweet. Dwarven, then TD. TD? Dwarven is... Oh, Dwarven, then Trade District. Okay. Yeah, I say when you're first starting out, going for like those first two bosses for like the sake of like farming up, you know, currencies or whatnot, like that helps, but you very quickly want to start practicing like the lost areas. So to me, Dwarven to Old District to Old Town, it flows good. But of course, going Dwarven and then taking the portal to go back to the Cathedral, then doing Trade District, that's, you know, that's fine too. This guy. It's a philosophy problem with that. It seems pretty cut and clear. Well, it's just a reminder now. I think we're, well, typical of internet content. Sometimes we try to like hang on to the commentary for a bit too long, but yeah. I now almost, okay, not now almost, but I will soon have a post office box. I just need to go down to the post office and finalize the thing, and that should be it. Yay. Okay, so farming for those things, that was a bust. Moving on. Using old potion is hardly clever. I know Echo's mob snapping tech. Yeah, like I remember hearing about like that stuff in like the Dawn of the Infinite, or using the bug. There's like some bug thing, right, in Shadowlands, where you took like some exploding bug or something like that. Like I thought that was to me that falls under the clever use of game mechanics or whatever. The whole potion thing is like, ooh, I could still use this. Yeah, I follow that under sneaky kind of, but yeah, whatever. All right, what am I going for now? What am I going for now? All things. So now you can send the coffee. So I'm doing the usuals, I hope. So I think I'm going to what, Molten Core first? That's where I usually go. Dungeon stuff. Well, I don't know if I have the stomach to do dungeon stuff. Well, actually, no, that's those are other things. Yeah. That's like time walking stuff. Those ensembles I don't really care as much for. But I'll definitely go to Molten Core. Alright. Let's go. You hate... Oh, no. Whether you like it or not, that's a totally different subject. I'm just talking about, like, what falls under the clever use label. No, I do buy into, like, it is, you know, kind of like taking advantage of bugs or mob behavior. But again, clever use and all that. That's why I joke sometimes when whenever the PTR is up, it's like, okay, cool, hey, check it out, MDI people, now you can go in there and, you know, start experimenting again. Because that's what most of whenever keys are just made available for testing, that's what people are on there for. That's it. They're just looking for day zero exploits to use for tournament shit later on. Testing the game. Who does that? I'm gonna take a break from Visions and Soul More of Unlocks. I want to power through the content with the Titan gift a buff. Cool. Oh, totally wrong way. There we go. When I first saw them pulling two bosses together and all the trash when you shouldn't be able to was crazy. Like, how the fuck did he do that? Yeah, like even outside of these things, you know, don't get me wrong, like these dudes are just fucking good. They are crazy good at the game. Even if you take all that stuff away, you know, let's not discount their abilities and all that. What about Echo breaking the final boss on Flash raid of Dragonflight? On the last raid of Dragonflight. I don't remember that. That's right, Echo won, didn't they? It's really just been this season or this expansion where Liquid has been dominating. 2 in a row now, right? Sneak Dalu. Easy, guys. Just put in this little script. And the reason I say I'm not good at this game, even though I read Hero, could never do what they do. No, they're amazing players, man. You know, we can say what we want as to, like, you know, our preferences in this game and like how, you know, folks like me might be like, oh, you know, they're doing a lot more to cater to like my kind of play style or my wants and needs, like transmog, housing, yada yada yada. But you know, it's also very cool to appreciate, and even if you don't aspire to do it, just be amazed at like the skill of some people and how they play this game. We can do that while not being interested in doing it ourselves. I mean, that's sports, you know. So for those who are just tuning in, just doing the usual rounds of false hope, being stuck in this tomb that is Molten Core. Just one set of pants, man. One set of pants, and I'm out of here. I'm never gonna come back until I have a reason to come back. Marksman popped off with a 14 million. God damn. Was that like a single target thing too? That'd be insane. Whoop. Wrong spot. Hunter still needs the boost from there. Also, I also mine the ore so I can at least make money. Not a bad idea. I'll loot some money. You know, I'll take some of these resources. Essence of Fire. Like, how much is this shit worth? Silvers. But who knows? There might be a housing thing. Hey, you want a flaming chair? That'd be hella funny. You want a chair that's on fire? Oh my god. I'm out of here, baby. Woo! I'm never coming back to this bitch. So long, Molten Core. Bye, bitch. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that needs to update, but still. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Goodbye, motherfucker. Okay, that, I don't know how I'll ever get that. That's going to be a bitch. All right, off to ICC. Cool. So that is one more raid out of the rotation. No more squish. Let's do billions. Billions. Might fucking get there. Jesus, man. No, we won't. Not yet. It would feel kind of odd though. Like the timing isn't really in Blizzard's favor in this case. Like the numbers are the numbers. You know, some folks are saying, hey, they're getting crazy. It's getting to be a bit much to digest, and so it's widely expected that there's going to be at least a stat squish, or maybe even a level squish, or who knows, but at least a stat squish coming for midnight. It would have been maybe more ideal if they could hold out on that until the end of the saga. That way, and not to say that they're going to do it again, but if they do another saga, then they can kind of like have this whole thing where, you know, they do every saga, they do a big reset of sorts. That would kind of make sense. So if anything, they should have done a squish for War Within. But maybe they decided that too late. I don't know. I'm making shit up. Clearly. So friends were chatting about housing, and someone brought the suggestion of adding a secondary profession, a bard. That'd be cool. Yeah. Thought they said at the beginning of War Within they would do a stat squish at the end of midnight before the last Titan. That's correct. But yeah, that's why I was saying they should have done it before, or they should wait until the end of the saga. Yeah, like what Onki is saying. You know, just wait for last Titan and then go ahead and squish it. So, and who knows? We're not entirely sure if that's what they're going to do yet, but that's what they've said. So, I think it would make some. I think it would kind of like make sense for those who want to go through the journey of going through the saga. Like, okay, cool, we go through all this, saga's over, and then there's like a big sort of reset. So one thing that Ian said in that talk, actually someone mentioned the GameSpot talk a little while back. Where did someone say something on that? I didn't read that comment. Nope. Maybe that was a dream. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, Ian said in this recent talk of his, he reiterated at some point this talent system that we're dealing with right now, it's going to break. It's going to become too heavy, and they'll need to go back and redo it again. But they're okay with that. And now that mentally they're okay with it, they can, you know, kind of sort of like with borrowed power, they can go ahead and let things like get away with themselves and get kind of like gross and nasty, knowing that they're going to eventually like dump it later on. Like I said, it was a cool talk because he was comparing the previous talent row system to what we have now to what we had before. You know, so it was comparing like all three like eras of talents, talking about how at first, hey, talents were too heavy, so we wanted to future-proof ourselves by creating these talent rows. But the problem was, while we future-proofed ourselves, it just made players unhappy because they didn't feel like they were like really getting much from leveling, and so they went back to this, you know, this kind of hybrid system with talent systems as well as node choices, knowing that it's going to break, but they'll like go back and do it. They'll go back and to the drawing board and try again, you know, or have something new. He brought up a point where he felt, and this is where I'm going to kind of cut back and be like, dude, but Blizz, what are you doing? He talked about how he feels like it's more important to give players like a kind of shorter term happiness rather than try to future proof them in the long run. Again, which is very interesting because, you know, we have 11.15 and we have the player reactions to that. It's like, well, where's that philosophy? We don't know. I'm not seeing that in play at all, but so it'll be fun to talk about. Oh, we're at 680, so midnight will probably be 860 atom level, something like that. Like if you do the math, but I mean, never mind the. Well, Dragonflight was kind of weird because it was during Dragonflight when they went from 29 item level increases between seasons to 39 item level increases. So just count so just do the math, and that's where you'll see those increases, at least between tiers. I forgot what the gap is between expansions though. Have I gotten the mounts from the visions? No. Not interested in mounts. So aside from the bike, I'm not paying attention to the rest. It's an epic saga, so we should be doing epic numbers. Yeah. Like, it'll be funny, like, you know, they talked about mega damage and all that. I remember they joked about that, or they just gotta change the way they truncate numbers. But like, what if, like, if you do over 1 billion damage hit, it's like just a big red number or something like that. Like 5 billion damage. Okay, that's probably a weird one, but it seems like a cycle of pruning, then bloating, then pruning, then bloating. I mean, it's kind of inevitable because we have, you know, we live in this, you know, MMO kind of world where gamers want more, more, more. And then also gamers like, whoa, this is way too much. You gotta do something about that. You know, so it's this flow that that the devs need to embrace via feedback instead of just having like this really set plan. But I think even the devs, they understand them. They've been seeing like the player patterns and they've been trying to do their best to ride that. It's not entirely successful, but they have a lot of experience, or they have a lot of WoW history to tap into. I hope they changed their mind about the squish. I mean, personally, I've never seen that as a big deal. But kind of like how some people will bring up other talking points about the game with feedback or complaints or whatnot. The things that we don't think are a big deal, they are for others. And that's just how it goes. I want to see someone credit for 1 billion, but instead of trying to billion, it does a killer instinct. Oh, I'll try. You'll have an add-on that does that. If you recall, that's how they do it in Warframe. There are crits, then red crits. So cool, lol, but people like it, so why not? Yeah, maybe. So it's this boss and one other. So nothing from this one. Blood Queen is the next one. Blood Queen. It's called Indulge and Purge. Just talk to Hollywood elites. They get the concept. I could ask you, though. I don't get it. Using the past to try to predict the future, or trying to project 5 years into the future, which is impossible. During that talk, Ian was talking about when Legion launched and the World Quest became a thing. The player response was ecstatic. Oh man, this is the best. Way better than dailies. It's far superior. It's the best, right? But then by the time BFA rolled around, players were tired of it. Wow, same shit, Blizzard. Wow, that's you know, good going. Give us something different. Give us something new. You know, and so they had to evolve for that, and that's just how it goes. We get sick of shit after a while. Some of us have different tolerances to it, but that doesn't mean that's not just because I'm okay with a lot of things doesn't mean that it's okay. You know, my commentary makes it sound like that, but I'm just giving my personal takes, but I'm still trying to listen and soak in and be like, no, I hear you guys when you guys are saying you don't like it. I'm only offering the counter narrative to demonstrate that not everyone feels the same way others do, but that's it. You know, I'm not trying to fight them because if I did, I'd win. Oh man, so good. Just give me player housing, man. Just we're so close. We just need the Republic to last long enough for player housing to be a thing that I can enjoy for as long as I can. Come on. It's also Winnie or whiny. I think both are true. That's why I like you being as friendly and balanced as you can be. I mean, I try to be clear, like, when I feel strongly about something, but at the same time, I'm not right. You know, I'm not, I don't have my thumb on, like, the pulse of the community or whatnot. No one does, honestly. And everyone who says so is full of shit. Your integrity is legion. Ooh, fancy me. What do you think if Blizzard caught on to that mentality and every expansion felt like each other? As in Legion, we got World Quest. BFA, we get daily. Shadowlands goes back to World Quest, the same but different, sort of. Now, I'm sure some of the initial reactions would be, grr, they're taking a step back. But what we've seen them just borrow a little bit from everything. Like, what do we have right now? We have world quests, and we have dailies, and we have weeklies, and we have, like, events that refresh and have walkouts. We have things that we can hard farm. So we get a little bit of everything. And, you know, maybe that's good, but some others would be like, oh my god, they're piling up so much for us to do. And that's a really hard one to fight. When you present, or when the game presents all these different things to do, and the developer intent is, we want you to choose what you like and forego the rest. Not everyone's going to listen to that. And that's again something that that Ian made clear on his talk to you. Like seriously, here I'm gonna find that shit and link it again. It was somewhere on my Discord channel. I'm not gonna find it. Fuck. Okay. It's somewhere out there. Ian talks at some conference. It is very good. It makes you wonder, like, why isn't he doing all these things that he's talking about now? But it offers a good insight as to, like, what the devs were thinking at the time, back then. A lot of people take streamers' thoughts as gospel, though, so any idea you put out there can sway opinions. I don't believe it. Maybe that's a self-esteem thing, and I just don't think highly of myself to think that I would sway opinions. Although there okay. There was see, there's a reason why the devs don't why. So there are two devs that I interviewed. Shit. The names are, oh no, Jay Huang and Toby Regani. So I interviewed them, but you don't see them anywhere. You don't hear from them. You only see them from an interview that Preach and Dratnos did. Because of weird, complicated stuff, they were able to produce their interview, and I was not. It's dumb, but I'm over it. But at the end of the interview, we were just chatting and, you know, shooting the shit as I was wrapping up and packing everything in. And then one of the devs was like, you know, they told me, one of the people on my team told me to tell you, and they're on the rewards team, that they watch all your videos, and that if there's anyone who influences what they say or what they do, it's you. I'm like, oh shit. And, you know, and like the whole room was like, ooh. I'm like, oh no, don't do that to me. You've just given, yeah, like we're all talking shit. They're like, oh, you just gave him like so much power. I'm like, oh, you did. Oh, my head's gonna get fucking huge and all that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So someone on the rewards team. I'm already telling you Someone telling you stuff like that at BlizzCon. No, it's very cool. It's very cool and humbling to hear stuff like that. I don't care if they're lying. I'm gonna suck it out. Like, I'll take it. And did I get anything? No. Nothing from this spot. Okay, where am I going next? I'm going to, oh, unfortunately, Dragon Soul, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck me. All right. But not the housing team. The rewards team. Whatever, that's not going to change anything. It does seem like your voice is carrying some weight if it means being on a panel with Tellius. I mean, among my counterparts, not that we're equal, but you know, among my counterparts or fellow content creators, it's cool being noticed and seen and acknowledged. It's huge because, you know, you at first think, oh, you know, they're doing their own thing. They've got like huge followings and all that. And so, oh no. Sorry. Doing some cleaning downstairs and ahead of my parents coming into town tonight. So today I'm going to be trying to write the weekly. I'm going to be talking about a lot of these things that, you know, we're talking about with, like, you know, how Des responds to stuff and 1115. But I also got to clean up and prep for my parents to come into town. Yay, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to Dragon Shoal. Joy of joys. Makes sense to me because usually your videos and our Twitch conversations with the Soul fan community are very constructive tone and not so much a bitchy negativity. I mean, there's that too, because games are emotional by nature. They're made to like induce that whole dopamine feeling, and we all have, and in a game like WoW, that feeling of enjoyment comes in so many different forms. So the audience is incredibly diverse, even among people who share like the same things. It's like, oh, I raid too, but I raid harder content than you do. So therefore, your content is irrelevant, and the devs should be spending more time on my content. Yeah, we see a lot. It's happening all the time, and there's no fighting that. You know, we can't tell people, oh, shut up. You know, let people let their turn. Of course, people are going to champion their cause to their dying breath, and by dying breath, I mean until they just quit. So that's why we had a healing ring and now a healing belt. That would be hella funny. That would be hella funny if me just bitching about stuff, or me just kind of gushing over like those possibilities. If that's a reason why, I'll never know. I don't think they'll ever like admit that directly to me. But that sounds exciting. Where are my parents from? Philippines. Because it's all we have. We no longer get cool title rewards. We have hella title rewards. What are you talking about? Cool title. What are you referring to, Linky? Yeah, healing belt. Fuck yeah. I don't think I'll be able to pull teeth and get you guys to do it again. I'm gonna try. But I think, depending on, and the thing is, we don't know how to make the belt either. So I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to like convince you guys to do it again. The ring was easy. That wasn't so bad. Belt might be tough. Okay, so I think I needed to do both if I recall. Yeah, I needed to do Hagara and Ultraxian, so we're doing both. Mistwalker, Paragon, Celestial Defender. What were those from? I don't remember. Do I have those? So what's it called? The Mistwalker? They're probably good achievements that I don't have. So, okay, maybe not like that. Maybe I'll just look for the title. Mistwalker. Yeah, don't have that one. Celestial Defender. Nope. Or is it the Celestial Defender? Jeez. And I have 2 Paragons. Yeah, so I think those are achievements for good people. Oh, you're talking about the hero thing. Okay. No, I agree with that. I think they could... There are tons of titles. But I think they could do better at just making cool titles without having to acknowledge that it's a hero title or a cutting edge title or whatever. Actually, I think all of them just say hero. Yeah. And the cutting edge title is unique. So, yeah, never mind that. Belt is going to be an item level increase that's worth getting for that. No, but then I'm going to be telling people, I'm going to tell you guys, you got to get the healing one. So that way, we can all have, we can do our paladin run again. Because I will try to do that. Oh, I need someone to tank tonight. I think Max said that he was willing to tank, because I totally forgot that we did blast through, well, we blasted through some of normal, right? Oh, no, we did all of normal. Hello. Yeah, we did all of normal because it was achievement night. But I want to, I guess, bring another character. So someone else can tank. Hero of Fate. Hero of Fate was dope. I think that was a cool title. Like that was the Fated affix, right? From season 4. I wouldn't have even gone for it if it wasn't for the title. Actually, I was just told the guild, nah, it's all good. We'll just, you know, we'll do our best, but not a big deal. I was like, no, I want this Hero of Fate thing. It's a cool title. It's very edgelord. Yeah, you and Meg can tank. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I just need to think of a character to bring. Might be the Hunter, since I guess he has like the best gear now. Hunter's the most accomplished character, seeing as how he managed to do a full vision run. Hey. Watch out. Maybe I'll try being survival. Eee. That might be interesting. Oh, I might hate that though. Shit. Hope the next title is Voidwalker. Voidwalker. I mean, it sounds like a cool title, but it's also the big marshmallowy demon guy that we got. It's got to come with like some enchant that gives you like a little temporary Voidwalker shadow body that flexes. That'd be sick. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or give me like a different kind of Voidwalker mount, where instead of like having the big beefy looking elemental, it's like just like it's like our actual elementals. Like they're just kind of cute and fluffy looking and shit. I'd take that. They're promoted to Void Lords. Void Lords. They're just boogeymen Whatever. All right. What about Drowned in the Void? How about Void Buddy? Or Void Bro? Void Bro. That's very gender specific. Actually, no, it's not. Alright, hurry up, portal thing. Okay, so there's a Reddit post where oh no, Wowhead posted. Okay. Yeah, there's a big old Wowhead post on this on the presentation. Cool. Yes, I recommend looking at it and watching the video. Voidmon. Void Null. Void Type 1 and Type 2. Ah! Nah. Oh, with the TD. Ah. Nope. Void vegetable. Alright, you weirdos. Okay, so that one's done. Now Filler. What's his face? What's its face? Ultraxian. Voidborn. Oh, Voidborn sounds kind of cool. Voidborn sounds like a spec. Yeah. Alright, this will take a while. Oh, I think that sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's some contraption running downstairs. I think they're doing a steam vac. Cool. Because I don't want to do it. We're gonna end up with Hero of the Void. Void Friend. Or, Void Buddy. I can see Champion of the Void, honestly. There's going to be like something that has us be like, no, the Void was never that bad the whole time. It's only some extremist faction, blah, blah, blah. And that's how we'll get, you know, some Void race of some sort. But still no Tuskar. Still no Tuskar. Sorry, guys. Void Pal. Ah, I like that. Yes. I feel kind of confident that by the time Last Titan comes out, Demon Hunter, everyone can be a Demon Hunter. Almost everyone can be a Demon Hunter. And probably some of the other race related stuff too. I think Druids are gonna be like the last bastion. Void verified. Goofballs. Void Scar doesn't sound that bad either. That sounds kind of cool. I was really hoping my Holy Shield would just, like, reflect and nail these guys for me, but no. Gotta put some effort in here. Champion of the Void at the end of the saga. Nah, it's probably gonna be Champion of the World Soul, or Savior of the World Soul, or World Soul Buddy. It'd be cool if there was a title that was just called World, and then my name would be World Soladin. Brilliant! Hey, Blizzard, you want to help me out? That'd be hella cool. Just give me a title called World. I don't care if it doesn't make sense for anyone else except people whose name has soul in it. Do it. They're going to bait and switch, and Midnight will be a light... Void March is actually a good one, too. It's going to be a light theme expansion. I have a feeling it's going to be like kind of a half and half thing, too. You know, the night is darkest before the dawn. Bwang! We visit like a light version of Nyalotha. Light Alotha. Oh shit, my buttons are funny. Why are my buttons funny? There we go. What did I get? I got... I can't tell. A belt. Fuck yeah. And I also got a mail thing, whatever. But I didn't get a belt. Let's take a look. If I can. Oh, it's all backwards. Okay. There we go. So... I didn't check if Morchok dropped anything. My bad. Yep, I didn't get any tier stuff either. Lame. Okay. All done. Live version would be Shangri-Lotha. You know, so if you use TRP, you can give yourself a title like that. I want it to be official, man. The end is Nyalotha. Ha ha ha. That sounds like an achievement. 100%. That totally sounds like an achievement. I like the idea of the buddy title coming from Destiny Warlocks with Void Buddies and Arc Buddies. Buddies! Okay, so which things do I want to go for in normal? So just pauldrons, which I keep forgetting where they come from. So... yeah, Dad Soul. Dragon Soul, Crown, Shoulders, Bagara. Okay. Normal it is. Normal 25 it is. It would be Faralotha. Oh, I didn't even check for news today. Shit. There is no news. Okay. No housing surprise this time. Bummer, bummer, bummer. WoW team is made of, you know, some older folks, a lot of parents, a lot of dads with that dad energy. I got a robe. Oh, cloth. Blech. Your priest will be Void Walker, Mall Walker. Yeah, give me World Soladin, Liz. Hook me up. It might turn out goofy though. It's gonna be like Champion of the World Soul Soladin, or Soladin Champion of the World Soul. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it wouldn't sound nearly as dorky or funny. So the Reddit comments on that talk, they seemed very, I guess, positive. Let's see the Wildhead comments. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh yeah. Wildhead comments are so salty, man. So excited for the add-on changes later this year. Later this year? Wait, they're happening already? I don't remember the... Wait, what? Oh, here we go. No more tracking cooldowns of party in future. Oh, wow, that was exactly something that I said that I don't think they would touch. Oh, this is a very extensive list of stuff. So let's see. Okay, incoming heals won't be trackable. Nah, not a big deal. No tracking group abilities or other players' cooldowns. That kind of sucks. No tracking specialized buffs or debuffs. These should be built into the default UI. Well, that seems like it cancels out. Same is true for tank swaps. If they're building an encounter that requires taunting at 4 stacks, the game should be better about giving players that information. Usually when we do this, though, like the tank swap is more like, oh, it fell off, we can swap now. That's how it's usually been in the majority of fights. Not every fight, but the majority. Stun, another crowd control, diminishing return should also be made more visible. PvP add-ons won't tell you what cooldowns the enemy has used. Okay. Visual customization of nameplate style and scale will still be allowed, but conditional logic to change the way they look because of a buff or debuff probably won't be. So I'm trying to think as a tank, what do I get? I guess in some cases, if I do like a mez or a stun, then it changes their nameplate and won't do that anymore. They intend to improve the other stuff. So nothing directly talking about like encounter stuff. The goal, yeah, so the goal is to improve the UI, and only then will add-on functionality be turned off. So if they don't hit that, then presumably they won't turn stuff off. And then this is the further breakdown. I'll probably want to look at the actual article though. So yeah, I'll look at that later. So yeah, so I guess I'll be looking at both of these articles, making that part of the weekly refer to the now, and what's going on. So tank dance mechanics like twin emperors, that was very cool. And other people did it too. Other people, they would come in and do the dance as well. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Okay. I'm glad you stuck around. But yeah, it does still sound like they want to first intend to, fix add-ons. I'm sorry, fix their base UI first. So hopefully we'll see some aggressive moves. I feel like the cooldown manager, like it was a start, but I think it was, like a lot of folks felt like it was too early for them to really make it live. They should have first put it out with more options first. So to me, it felt kind of like this kind of self-defeatist thing when they said, "Oh yeah, we're going to, we know there's going to be improvements. We just want to get this out into players' hands." But if it's in that kind of a state, that doesn't feel like it was worth putting on in the first place. I should have just waited. But oh well. Spilt milk. I know it's still far up. Do you think you'll go to BlizzCon? Probably. I'm going to try to. Ooh. There's like chemical smells coming from that steam vac. Oh. Watched a ton of content, a lot from wild YouTubers, big and small. You're the first live that I've watched, though. Oh, thank you. I'm honored. Oh, did they already do the thing? They did all the RP? Wait. So it's faster on normal, or it's faster on normal than it is here? Interesting. Cool. Other than the race, yeah, the race is definitely when I clock in the most time watching someone else, and even then I only watch Max. That's it, because I like listening to the guild banter and stuff. That's always fun. Actually, let me rephrase that. I only watch winners. Nah, I'm just messing. Even though for the past 2 seasons it's been true. If the next year they made it so add-ons didn't work in the raid for Mythic for the first 2 weeks, all the top guilds would love it. They're sick of add-on dependency. But you can be certain that when the raid does first open up, they will do everything in their power to try and make it work. Until they know that it doesn't work. But they will definitely try. Their analysts or whatnot, their support teams and stuff, they're going to figure out ways to do it. If you miss a week or two, is there a catch-up option for puzzling cartel chips? I was hearing no, which is odd. I haven't tested it myself, but I was hearing no, which is unusual. So you watch on 3 screens? Damn. How far was Method behind Echo? I don't think they were that far behind. Were they? I mean, when you're, when you don't get second place, or when you don't get first place, you're heavily demotivated, right? Like you kind of feel that funk of losing. But yeah, I don't remember how far behind they were. Love his attitude too. When most people are screaming G over 2, nerf. It's like, we can do this. We know we can. Same thing with Echo too. Like they are. I remember it was during Shadowlands. During Shadowlands. I remember some chat or some folks, they were going, "Oh my god, they still need to squeeze out like 12% more. Holy shit!" But then like Echo and Liquid were like, "Yeah, we can do that. We just need more polls. We just need more practice. Then we can start adjusting and moving things over, and that'll make a big difference." And it did. So, but that's also the part of the game. I think. That's also part of the whole thing about being fellow spectators in the Race to World First is that we'll talk shit. It's less fun if everyone's very nice to each other, which sounds odd, but. Oh yeah, during this season, Echo snuck ahead, and then they didn't. So, those girls don't want to read the content at the highest peak. They usually don't want them to nerf anything. Yeah, ideally they don't want them to nerf anything because whether you are on the receiving end or not, it just doesn't feel great. If Guild 1 had worked really hard and they barely got through or didn't get through, but then the nerf happens and then Guild number 2, who's like coming into this fight more fresh, they don't have to waste the time that Guild 1 did, and that feels bad. It's one of the challenges that comes from having a community based race, when the devs they have been responsive to like the on the moment like changes and adjustments and stuff, but by and large, they're not making everything just for the race. It's mostly for the race. Because it is fucking hard at first. But I guess part of me thinks like because it's so the top 3 or 5 guilds, once it's done, like the fight changes a lot for everyone else. Not to say that it's okay, it's like that, but otherwise it would kind of feel like classic otherwise. Well, not exactly, but it would have a sort of classic feel where you really are just like racing for like optimal movement and whatnot, because you're going to just crush the other bosses. Not only more fresh, but the knowledge of seeing one guild progress for 4, 5, 10. Yeah. It takes a mental toll. Like they were it sounds it at first it would sound very out of touch hearing it. When you hear someone like Max or Scrap or whatever talk about how you can compare the Race to World First like the Tour de France, like a marathon race, and how mentally you need to be locked in for 12 hours a day, with minimal breaks, and be constantly engaged in very high level gameplay. There's there's like the moment to moment intensity of like a StarCraft match and how you gotta like be locked in for like that half hour or whatever game. Something else when you and your whole team are all pushing, and there's like there's this whole separate management of it to maintain the mental health of your team. And you can swap people out as the fight goes, and then sometimes in the more rare instances you have someone that just feels burnt out and then they just want to swap out for someone else because of a roster thing, not exactly, oh, we need a certain class. Anyway, where am I going to next? Back to real gaming here. I think that was it, mostly. Not quite, but mostly. I can't believe I haven't crafted this. I mean, it looks terrible, but I'm kind of surprised that I didn't get that. Seems they no longer release a kill video like how the Paragon used to do it. They're fun to watch with the music and the humor. Oh, they don't anymore? I thought they do. I mean, if they don't, that's kind of recent, right? Maybe you're right, because I remember I have followed a number of creators who help produce those videos, and I haven't really seen them talk much. Maybe it's because it's Twitter and like they're like, ah, fuck Twitter, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So it could have been that. I guess I'm okay. I guess I want to take some time to figure out this whole Nighthold thing. So I'm still not quite sure what's going on here. So why don't I have this? Or do I have it? Or is it because of this thing? Yeah, I'm not sure. So if I go to dungeons, and I go to Nighthold, belt, head, but that's not even the right belt. That's like other classes, not mine. So what am I missing here, really? Anyone run into this? Where it kind of shows that you have everything, but you don't have everything? So here, like the mythic one, it says I'm 8 out of 9, but I have everything. Unless it's that? Do I have like the wrong scarf? Oh, fuck, don't tell me that's it. But then in Nighthold, at least all the things tells me that I have everything. It's usually the key for you. Or maybe I need to change the settings a bit, because I have plate, cloak. Maybe that's it. So now what does it tell me? Okay, so there are cloaks that I don't have, but it's not the right cloak, I don't think. Yeah, that doesn't look like a tier cloak. And hell, it doesn't even show anything for Mythic anyway. Yeah. Doesn't mean you have the appearance, but not from that helm? It could be, but how do I know? Is kind of the thing. So, for this one, how do I know which one is the right thing? And I'm not quite sure what this button means. Okay, so what if I go to the individual thing and just say breastplate of the High Lord? Okay, so this says I don't have it. The fuck? So, where would I get this other one exactly? Because it's the same, isn't it? Is it not like the same thing? Whatever. I'm gonna go for it. I have some time. So we're going to Legion, Nighthold, Boob Plate. Boob Plate. Croesus. On normal, right? Okay, let's go. "20 minutes, plenty of time. Plenty of time." That way. Nope, that way. Haha. Dude, Nightborn housing will be pretty cool. We can do that. I guess what sucks though is that there's gonna be like so much new art that they're gonna try to hobble together too. Because, like, how do you have this inside the... Yeah, well, I guess it's for them to figure out. Oh, wrong way. Sanctum of Order, I believe. Yep. And I'm going to normal. Maximilian. Hey, what's up, buddy? I miss having bodyguards, man. They were kind of fun. I know sometimes they would like keep aggro forever, but hey, we've dealt with delves and brand and whatnot, so what's the difference really? So for housing, they said they have to redo old stuff to add textures to the bottoms of rugs, for example. What if they just didn't and you can have invisible platforms to walk on, not just floating items? That would be so frustrating. That would feel kind of jank, I gotta say. I don't want them to be like, oh, just don't do it. We'll just deal with it. I don't want them to do that. You know, give me a chair, give me a chair. Still trying to decide if I want to focus on my main and horde main for my houses, or if I want to make hotel style houses with enough rooms for all my alliance and horde alts. I think one thing that isn't mentioned much, even I didn't mention it much, when housing starts, we're not going to have a lot of stuff. You know, we're going to... Part of housing is to start building, or to start building the collection of walls and chairs and other basic materials to really shape our homes. My hope is that setting up walls is cheap, because we're going to be making a shitload of them, maybe not. Because like there are basic walls that we deal with, but you know, eventually when we want to actually shape the room and manipulate it to our style, that's when we're going to use walls to do it. And at the start, we're not going to have that. So some of those questions that we have, like I'm sure we have like far-reaching plans and desires, things like that. But we're going to start. We have to start from somewhere, and that somewhere is kind of the bottom. What's really useful, Monkey? Oh, that's right. Wow, that chat delay, man, is intense. You're talking about, yeah, you're totally talking about other shit from like minutes ago. Plan small, dream big. No, I say dream big, and then once you're met with the reality of things, then just jazz it up. You know, just work with what you got. You know, veteran players like ourselves, we're gonna have more to start with, but depending on our aspirations, we're going to have to start, you know, acquiring the things that will help us realize those dreams. Who am I going for again? Croesus. I'm just going straight to Croesus. Am I envisioning The Sims or more like garrisons? Neither. Um, Housing in WoW has so much more flexibility. It's like, oh, you need to have like something on top of this room to support it. No, you don't. You can just have it float if you want. But it's not like garrisons either. We're not going to. It's kind of funny. We're not going to live in our homes, which sounds very, very counterproductive to the vision, right? But we're not going to spend all of our waking time in the houses. It's not going to replace the city. To me, that was one of the big features of the garrison, that it did everything for you. Your professions, your resources, and all that stuff was just managed through that. Nothing else mattered. Outdoor content didn't matter. Boo-hoo. And who am I thinking? Where's my software? Heathen, hey, what's up? How's it going? Doing good. I managed to collect another, to complete another set, so I'm never going to go back to Molten Core again, until next time at least. Shot a vision video, so I'm going to in a little bit, once I get off, I'm going to do lunch real quick, produce the video, get that thing out, and then I'm going to clean the house for my parents. There's not much I have to do. I've been doing a little bit throughout the week, so it's just I'm just gonna do a little spot vacuuming, toilet cleaning, hide the lube, and then I'm good to go. So it's not much. Every 4 months, rent gets increased. That's a good idea. Hey, Guild, you want to stay? You want to stay in my neighborhood? You gotta fucking pay the rent. Just like fishing to the lurker below in SSC. Ah. I can mount here, right? Yeah, I can mount here. Yeah. Oh, the murder. Yeah, when the time comes, I don't know what I'll do. Like, I guess I want to work on. I definitely want to work on like mastering how to build stuff. I know that sounds like a weird thing to want to do first with housing, but I want to get used to like the motions of things, because, of course, as I do it practically, or as I just build stuff, I'm going to eventually like gain the skill and get used to it and change the button mapping however I like. But I think I want to take some extra time to make sure that I have it down the way that I want. So that way, when I do want to do builds, it'll feel natural. And, if it is possible to save templates and export them, and I can just like make a whole bunch of different housing templates, I think that'll be kind of fun. It'll be kind of fun to do like, quick builds on stream and like, okay, let me show you guys how to do this and how to make like this kind of shape. You take this, you take this, you take this, and then all of a sudden you have a streaming computer, like something that's shaped like it. And that'd be kind of neat. I think that'd be cool. I'm sure what some people would love to have, though, would be like, quote, blueprints, where you can take like the shape of something, or you can take like a number of decor shapes, whatever, put them all together, and then select all of them and then save it as a template. And then now it becomes like this part that you can throw down, as long as you have the necessary pieces for it. I think I think that'd be very cool. And I don't see the thing. So, okay, other gloves. Yeah, what to do? Woo. But let me get rid of stuff actually. Woohoo! 300 gold, baby. I get to get some stuff. I got these bridge breaker gauntlets. Okay, these are cool gloves. Those are solid DK gloves. Hell yeah. What am I doing? I'm looking for transmog stuff. Since I'm here, I might as well... Hey, I only got like 10 minutes left. I'm just gonna kill some other stuff here. Since I'm around. What bag item is this? It's called Sorted. These days, it's hard for me to like really endorse it or give it a bump because I think it still hasn't been updated. It's been months, many months. So like, yeah, since 11:05. I really hope someone can manage to like pick it up. I love this add-on. I want to start a rooms in my house with custom battle pet fights. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. You could have your own fucking Pokemon stadium. That'd be neat. You're gonna say so much bronze and remix, but I already have Legion Transmog. I mean, you need to have like the complete set though. Or at least that's how it was during the mob remix. You need to have the complete set first, then you can buy the thing. So as long as I can at least complete the plate one, okay, I'm cool with that. Like the other armor types, not a huge deal. It would be nice, but not, hardly necessary. Plate is all that matters. Everything else is meh, whatever. So you got a Void Scarred Parrots and Nesting Swarmites Pets. Cute. Boop. Pauldrons of Aj Akir. Oh, okay. Was I in the group that got to see the player housing alpha? Yes. Yes, I was. So between the better known WoW creators, yeah, there also included Breach, Dratnos, Esfan. Shit. Uh-oh. There was one more. Fuck. Taliesin. That wasn't a joke. That wasn't intentional. I genuinely forgot. And there were some Final Fantasy creators too. Lamatod, Zepla, and I guess you could Preach counts as that too, sort of, kind of. And then the rest were like folks from media outlets, publications and stuff. I'm going to shoot my player house like I do in Fallout 76. It's an inn I built to visit from time to time, but not a home. That's cool. Yeah, for me, I think I want to treat it mostly like a trophy case. It's going to be like... I mean, because there's so many things you can do, and I'm totally going the wrong way. There's so many things you can do in the house, and there's so much room to do stuff in. You can do all those things. You can have it be an inn, but you can have like a separate room, a separate deluxe room that you can say is yours and all that. But 76 is different. You know, it's very functional with what they do. Every part matters. Every part has like HP values and stuff, and you got to repair your house sometimes if like if mobs happen to appear or someone nukes it. $5 minutes. Let's see. Who did I miss? Oh, I missed that garden dude. I'm still going the wrong way, man. This way, buddy. Now, one question that I'm wondering to myself is how easily am I going to be able to visit someone else's house? Is it going to be as easy as just typing the person's name? And if you have the permissions, you can just go right in? And if you do, what if there are other people in the house? Like, do you see them too? Or are you just like by yourself? Like, how does that work? I'm in combat. Oh, you. Yeah, I hope it's easy to enter too. Because what I want to be able to do is like visit other people's houses and do like a tour or whatnot, or otherwise like save people's houses, like as in like I just remember their name and then I'll go do a visit. We could all like take a look together. Dude, let's do a tour. We'll have to level up lockpicking and play stupid mini games to get in their house. Well, the game really is social engineering. Like, hey, let me in. Hey, nice and easy. No, they were pretty adamant about having like pretty strong privacy stuff too. Like if you don't want someone to visit your house, they can't. Or if you don't want anyone to visit your house, they can't without permission or something like that. I think I'm not going to care. I can't see myself caring all that much. I mean, as long as they can't actually do anything in the house. So I haven't played in months. Is there a way to gear without spending Valor for upgrades to run heroics? To run heroic, like, dungeons? Yes. You can, there's a quest you should have picked up called, that'll take you to a thing called Nightfall. That'll get you easy veteran gear. 3 pieces a day. As well as a weekly quest that gets you champion gear. And you can do delves. And is there a event this week? I don't remember. And it's the dungeon week. And well, then again, you're just trying to do heroic. But yes, there are too many ways to get gear. But yeah, there are lots of options. Two minutes. Well, if not for this freaking RP, I'd be done faster. Yeah, if you bring alts, they can all trade gear to that character as well, as long as they're the same armor type. It's all warbound too. So nice hookup. HOA tours? What are HOA tours? Like inspections? If I could just run some dungeons, but it's 9 item levels less. You'll have a much easier time just doing dailies. 3 veteran pieces, just like that. Like dungeons are just slower anyway. And you don't want to upgrade, so that's the restriction that you put on yourself. People going around and raiding homes. Yeah, that'd be fun. Alright, I'm here. I could just do one more. I could do one more, boss. I'm getting hungry though, man. Ooh. Ah, yes, the RP. I think last week was time walking, so that could have helped too. Just had a thought on neighborhood trick or treating. That'd be cool. I hope they have like stuff like that, trick or treating, caroling. You know, like people would a bunch of people gather up in front of your house, ring the doorbell. For whatever reason, you're home. You open the door, and then they're all like, "Dolly and Dot is," you know, they would do that, and you're like, "Oh shit, it's an attack," and it's all bad. Oh. Yeah. That would be it. That would be the one carol that would go around. Goblin inspectors threaten you if you don't mow your lawn or whatever to Lamau, or pay them a gold fine. I'll turn my whole lot into dirt then. Fuck that. Boop. Okay, that's boop number 1. I need boop number 2 and 3, I think. This guy was a cool villain. This dude was very iconic for his time. Can't have dirt. Well, I'd be like, I own the neighborhood. What are you talking about? I won't be subject to someone else's rules. Crazy. It's crazy how much you forget when you're not playing. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever understand that feeling. But I imagine it's, you know, just like playing a new game. Sort of. Like, what do I do? It's so easy to get lost. Anything cool? I got leather stuff and cloth stuff. Wow. And more leather stuff. Woohoo! All right. So that's going to be it for me for today as well as this week. It's going to be a lot of like kind of philosophical talk for this coming weekly, as well as, you know, just kind of a quick glance at the 11.17 stuff and horrific visions, see how people are reacting to that. Because, yeah. Of course. But that's going to be it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. May your loots be merry. And I'll see you guys for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay